Hi everyone, this is Dr. Samantha Sweeney and this is Just for Fun Fridays, the weekly show where we show you how to infuse diversity into your life and the life of your kids. So, is this something that's ever happened to anybody here where you are just so exhausted or so tired or so sick that you just plop your front kids in front of the TV? It's just the only way. It's the only way to get anything done. Um, does that ever happen to anyone? Is it just me? I hope it's not just me. But every once in a while, it's cool. It's fine for kids to just veg out in front of the TV. We do as adults. It's okay for your kids to do it. And recently I had to do this because I was just sick as a dog. I was so sick. There was just no way. I could barely move. I couldn't take care of my 3-year-old. And so on the TV went. It happens. When those moments happen and when you just got to get something done, you want your kid to watch something great. You want them to watch something fun and, exciting, but also something where they'll learn something. So I got a suggestion for you. So this week's item, it's called Doc McStuffins and it's on Disney Junior. It's one of our very favorites. My 3-year-old loves it. She just is absolutely enamored with Doc. And Doc is a Black female doctor. She takes care of her toys. They magically come to life, and she takes care of them in her clinic, which is really really cute. And so this show, my like I said, my 3-year-old watches it, so I think it's best for kind of ages 3 to 7. Once the kids get a little bit older, they might think it's a little babyish. And remember, no screens before 2, so definitely not before 2. But 3 to 7 is probably a pretty good range of age. So how is this related to diversity? Well, I'm not going to talk about the entire show because, I don't have the time to sit down and watch every single Doc McStuffins show. There's a lot of them. But I'm going to laser focus on one particular show episode. And that's one that's involving a character called Wildlife Will. And Wildlife Will is Australian and he also has a disability. He's in a wheelchair. And so in this particular episode, they talk about, what it is to have a disability and what it is to be someone who, doesn't have use of their legs. And so obviously one of the major diversity themes in this episode is disability, ability and disability. And so I really like the way they talk about it. They talk about, this kind of idea of being proud of yourself and proud of who you are, no matter what you look like or what your ability level is. And I think that's a really, really cool message. Also, race and ethnicity and gender are themes that are pervasive throughout the show because Doc is Black and Doc is female, and the idea of being a Black doctor is still kind of unusual in our society. So it's really a great way to infuse those areas of diversity into this show. And so on all of the Just for Fun items, I rate them on a scale of 0 to 5. And this one is definitely a 5, just because I really like the way they talk about the ability level, and I really like the way that Doc, interacts with all of her different toys, and that she is Black and she is a female and she is a doctor. And I just think that that's so cool. And there's different ways for you to talk to your kids about all of those different themes throughout. So that's it for this week's Just for Fun Friday. I hope that when you just need to get something done, you need to plop your kids in front of the TV, that you'll take a few seconds as you're trying to cook dinner or as you're trying to clean up, to ask them some questions as they're going along and watching the episodes. What do you think about Doc being Black? What do you think about her being female and a doctor? What do you think about Wildlife Will? All of these different things I think are really cool. And then head on over to the website www.culturallycompetentkids.com, and you can get access to a quick one-page printout that talks about all the different things we talked about here. So the age range for this show, the different diversity themes, some questions and comments that you can do with your kids as you're going along and watching, and also ways to continue the conversation. Because remember, even though it's really great to have fun with diversity, it's also important to keep going and to have those harder conversations. So I hope that you really enjoy this show and you have fun watching it with your kids, and I'll see you next week for another Just for Fun Friday. Thanks for joining us for another Just for Fun Friday. I hope that you enjoyed it and that it inspired you to go out there this weekend and have even more fun with your kids. I've created something that I'm really excited to share with you, and I think you're really going to love. I've compiled this amazing book list of all different diverse books. It has different characters, different storylines, and I think you're really going to love it. It's for kids of all ages, from babies, yes, babies, all the way up to young adults. So in order to get it, go to www.culturallycompetentkids.com sign up for the newsletter, and it'll be sent straight to you right away, right to your inbox. You can use it for all sorts of things. You can use it for learning time, you can use it for literacy time, or just fun snuggle time with your kids. So sign up, enjoy it, and I'll see you next week for another Just for Fun Friday.